Hello, I'm back again. Just a few camera issues there. Sorry about that. So what I've said is I've made a mock-up for you of a upper garment with a process of how I attach a collar stand, the collar itself, and some just useful little ways of making that part of your sewing journey a little bit easier. So I am going to stand up because I want you to see in a lot more detail. So as you can see, I've attached the collar stand. Now I always put the interfaced part of the garment to the outside because I feel that the other part of it is a little bit more malleable and I can make it fit better. So if you go onto Seamwork website, I think you can access this freely because I know that I would have done, although I do subscribe to them now. Also on Threads magazine, there are some brilliant little blog posts or little learning exercises. But one of the real, I suppose, standout people who I think has got shirt making down to a T is David Coffey. Now he's no longer with us, but he has done a book all on the construction of shirts and some really useful little tips, and I use his method now for constructing the collar and the collar stand. So what he has you do is to make your upper garment as you would ordinarily, then start by putting on your collar stand, as you can see there. Okay, so I've joined it to the shirt. It's so important to transfer all your markings, as you can see I've done here, onto the collar stand, and any dots or pieces of information that you are going to want to use. Now, this is where it becomes really important for accuracy, because I don't know whether you can see that. Can you see you've got a little dint in there? I was going to take that out and do it again, but I thought it's useful for you to see that because that to me would draw my eye. Okay, so I've left it. I am going to turn it now out so you can see how I constructed this part of my collar. So there we are. It is vital to look at your trim, your grading of how you cut down to ensure that it's not too bulky. And as you could see from my little kind of dint into it, it is just there. I don't know whether you can see that there. It's probably easier if I do that. There, look. So what I would do normally is I would trim off this part so that there is hardly anything in that that little sharp edge. So one of the useful things, and I know this isn't just David Coffey, but other kind of well-renowned experts on shirt making would say, make a template in card so that you can actually use that like so to ensure that you have a perfectly rounded sewn edge on both sides. it's kind of a game changer really, because I drift, especially now I'm a bit older and I have arthritis in my hands. I don't have quite the same skill base that I used to have, but you know, it's okay, I'm happy with it. But as you can see, having something like that with the measurements on, saying how much your seam allowance is and anything else that you want to put on, I always put that then in my pattern envelope, because it's such a quick and easy thing to do. So he gets you to attach, first of all, the collar stand that is interfaced. So that's your firmest piece of the collar stand, and then sandwich together and stitch on the fabric collar stand. Yeah. Then grade your trim. Again, I always grade down as far as I can or dare the interface side of it. Can you see there? But I'll leave a little bit extra on the fabric side. The other thing I do, and I'm going to show you here, is I use my tailor's ham, and I will then steam that open and press in so that I get a nice crisp edge. Then I will take my collar stand again onto the tailor's ham. Sorry, I'm not very good at this, I know, and then I'll steam it across there so that it's not entirely flat, because my tailor's ham's been through quite a battering over the years, but it shapes it then into the kind of almost like shape that I want to construct. So